It's that time of year again. Hey everybody, Chris with Hikes. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, this channel is for beginner backpackers. And today, since it's going into the holiday season, we're going to talk about 12 ideas for gifts for backpackers and hikers. So let's get right into it. So remember when you were a little kid and the holidays came along and Aunt Mabel got you a gift and you opened it up all excited to see the toy inside, and it was a pair of socks. You were terribly, terribly disappointed. Well, once you grow up, if you're a backpacker, you love getting socks for the holidays. So number one on this list is socks, and we love getting socks. So merino wool, anything but cotton, made for hiking. We're going to welcome that as a gift. You can't go wrong with socks. Even sock liners, all kinds of brands, all kinds of styles, but we're going to be grateful if we open up that package and there's a pair of socks in there. Number two. So most backpackers are going to be using a canister stove out there in the wilderness, and canister stoves use canisters. So that is something we're always going to need as backpackers. Of course, you're going to want to get the bright kind. Most of these stoves use this isobutane, and most backpackers prefer the 110 gram size. These are the smaller ones. They usually fit in your little pot. And we're going to use these, and we're going to need more of these as long as we're backpacking. And these will store for a very long time, so no problem. Which brings us right into number three, which is related to our backpacking stoves, and that's a pot to boil water and cook in. And most likely your backpacking friends and family already have this, but it's always nice to get new things. And there's all kinds of stuff out there. I personally have two, same size, because I like stuff. Backpackers like stuff. Pretty standard. They're going to have a lid, handles, and we want them light and durable. So this one's from Toaks. This one from Evolved Supply Company, which is Darwin. And these are a great idea and generally not terribly expensive. So that's number three. And staying on the topic of stoves and fuel, something that's come out in the last couple of years is this little gadget right here. And this guy is pretty handy. It allows you to take partially filled canisters or empty canisters and fill them up again. I have found this very useful because your backpacking friends and family are going to come back with partial canisters. And typically, we don't want to go out with a partial canister on several nights because it's probably going to run out at some point when we're hungry. So we tend to buy new ones over and over and end up with a whole bunch of partials. So this gadget right here gives you an opportunity not to waste that fuel. Now, this one is from a company called Campingman, but there's a whole bunch out there. So just do a search on Amazon and you're going to find that. By the way, I'm going to leave links to all of these things so you can check them out on the internet, look at prices, compare ideas. But that's number four. Moving along and staying on that theme, we have backpacking meals. This is another thing we're always going to need more of because these are consumable, and there are all kinds of backpacking meals out there, all kinds of brands, all kinds of flavors. So if you're buying a gift for this person, you probably know their food preferences. So you're going to find something out there that's going to meet their needs. So lots of brands, lots of recipes. There's gluten-free, there's vegetarian, there's vegan, all kinds of stuff. And we're always going to be welcoming something we can cook in the backcountry that we didn't have to pay for ourselves. Now we've got the food, we can cook the food, now we want to eat the food. And so, spoons and sporks are a great gift. Maybe they got one already, but you can never have too many because at some point you're going to lose it. So, long-handled spork, great for getting down in there. If they want to go a little lighter, we've got short-handled. We've got nice shiny spoons. We've got all kinds of stuff. These are fairly inexpensive and they're always going to be a welcome gift. So, sporks, spoons, moving on. My 7th gift idea, I've talked about this a lot, but I love it. I think it's going to make a great gift for somebody who doesn't have it, and that is the Flextail Zero Pump. This is super useful for blowing up your sleeping pad. Takes no effort, lasts forever. It's a little pricey, in the $50 range, but makes a great gift. And it's something that a lot of backpackers aren't going to buy for themselves. So I think you can't go wrong with that one. And number 8 is a buff or a neck gaiter if you're not going to buy the name brand. But I find these so useful. I always take one. They're very versatile. And they have their detractors, but personally, I find them super useful as a head covering, to keep your neck warm, to pick up your pots and not burn your fingers off, just to wipe off condensation. These have so many uses, and these make a great gift. So you can definitely not go wrong getting your backpacking or hiking family member or friend a buff. So if you're buying a gift for somebody that's been backpacking for a very long time, they probably have most of the gear they need out there, which is why we're kind of focusing on small items here today. Everybody's going to have their sleeping bag and their preferred tent and things like that. So if you're stumped for something to get somebody and you think they have everything, one thing that we are always interested in as backpackers is how much our stuff weighs and how much our backpack weighs. Maybe a good idea to get your loved one a scale. This personally, I bought just specifically for my backpack. It's just a luggage scale, and whip it on your backpack before you go, and you know how much you're packing out there, so you can tell everybody you see how light your pack is to the ounce. Another thing you might not think of, and they may or may not have, but this is something they're going to use over and over, is Leukotape. So Leukotape is super helpful when it comes to covering up hot spots, managing blisters, things like that. And this comes in a giant roll, and this has been indispensable for me once I discovered it. And so this is going to be a great gift for your backpacker. With the next gift idea, we move into the idea of hygiene out there, staying clean and being able to wipe up your messes. And what I've discovered this year are called Wysi Wipes. Now, these are tiny little rags that look like pills. These weigh almost nothing, and they're just wonderful out there because all you have to do is add a little bit of water to this, rub it between your hands, and all of a sudden you have yourself a nice full-size rag to wipe up your body, your gear, and these are really great. They weigh a lot less than baby wipes, and I think they make it a great gift for your backpacker. There's just so much stuff. Another thing you can get somebody that they already have, which is fine to get them because they're always going to need more, is hydration, electrolytes. So there's all kinds of packets, LMNT, very popular, but there's all kinds of different brands, all kinds of hydration, and these are always going to be welcome on the trail. You can pick these up just about anywhere. So I'll leave some links to these as well. Your backpacking friends and family are going to love having this. Kind of going back to hygiene items, another thing you can pick up that they're going to use that are basically consumables, so they can always use more. Little toothbrushes like this. These are on Garage Grown Gear and other sites, so I'll find a link for this as well. These things are really handy and disposable. And with those, I use toothpaste tabs, and these come in all kinds of different brands. And these guys, you just chew them up. You don't have to bring a little tube of toothpaste, and yeah, they're just fine, just wonderful. Anyway, these are useful. People want to feel fresh and clean out there. And the last gift idea I have for you today is a thermometer. Recently came across these little teardrop thermometers, and these are pretty great because they'll let you know how cold it got overnight and how hot it got. And we're generally curious about those things. So when we come back from our shoulder season trip, we can tell people how cold it got, and they can be amazed by how tough we are. All right, so there's some ideas for you guys. Appreciate you coming along. Hopefully that'll inspire you to get your loved ones something that they're going to cherish out there on the trail. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.